And a great big hey, howdy, hey to all my goofy goobers out there. Welcome back to Animanic Commentaries with Comic Aussie.
And D.Fanatic. Yeehaw, y'all!
Yes, do your little Applejack impression, because we're watching Home on the Range. Rootin', tootin', hollerin' time. Whether it's a good or bad time is up to your personal preference of what you like in your animated movies.
It's a guilty pleasure. Definitely not the best Disney movie, but you know, if you want to just have some fun, yeah.
I don't like saying guilty pleasure. What's so guilty about watching a funny movie and thinking it's funny? It's like if it's, and it's like I'm thinking back on it from childhood, and it's like, you know, considering my taste today, I think I might actually still enjoy this movie. Because this movie is kind of bonkers when you really think about it. Like, I mean, even the initial trailers were like, it's like, oh, here's the old West, wide open spaces, outlaws and good guys and bad guys, and the greatest frontier heroes the West has ever known, dairy cows. It's like, yep. The movie definitely knows what it is. I think maybe, especially when they have like Roseanne in here yucking it up, you know, I feel like they tried way too hard to ape the moderate success of Emperor's New Groove. But aside from that,
I think based on the style, they were trying to go off of the 1960s cartoony feel that they had for Disney, as it shows in the character designs.
That is true. These character designs definitely do have more in common with late 60s cartoons. The angular, the more angular drawings.
Mostly 101 Dalmatians.
You know, that too, as far as like movies go, but I could also see similarities between this and like 60s like Disney, like Mickey Mouse from the Mickey Mouse Club had the more angular shaped ears. They weren't like perfectly round. And even some Warner Brothers cartoons were kind of cheapening out. Like they sent it to other studios, and their animations tended to look very you know, angular drawings just because to make it easier to draw. But yeah, for all intents and purposes, this movie is, as far as I can remember, is fun. It's fun. It's silly. And I feel like a lot of people, like, pan it for being silly. Like, Disney isn't allowed to be silly? Like, that makes no sense. I mean, maybe it's because it's the whole movie, and people perceived it as way too kiddie and for kids. It's like, it's so weird, because, like, I think they're, like, it's definitely true. Like, I think Disney probably did gear way too young on this movie, which is a problem, you know? Because, like, if you gear too young on your movie, then what are the incentives for adults to see it on their own? Because animation has a wide number of people who are interested in it beyond just, oh, it's a silly cartoon, you know? And, like, I love the silly cartoon, but there's more that you can do with animation. Spider-Verse has shown us that it's the best medium for superhero films. And this movie, well, I think we just might as well stop beating around the bush, or tumbleweed as it were, and get right into it, yeah? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. All right. Well then, everybody get your copy ready on Disney Plus, and in any home media copies, it should all have the same good old logo. So everybody get your copy synced up to start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Did you? There we go.
Right.
Remember, this is the same songwriting team as Tangled.
Yep.
And you know, anytime you got Alan Menken involved,
yep.
Like it could be the worst movie ever, but then you remember the music.
Oh yeah. This opening song's a little silly. And here are some CGI cows being the great-grandchildren of the wildebeest and Lion King.
Matter.
Saddle's gonna reek.
I did like that little bit of scratching the head on the
snake. That's some very Looney Tunes shit. Again, they're really trying to go back to like what worked, so to speak. I mean, they made a TV show spin-off of Emperor's New Groove, if that says anything to its relative success. Still can't meet the characters in the parks though.
The spin-off of Emperor's New Groove was great too.
Yeah, that's true. There she is. We're not even going to talk about Roseanne. We're just going to talk about the performance of the character. Let's keep Roseanne and her shit out of it. God damn it.
What'd you do?
I forgot to screen share the movie on stream. If you can believe it. Okay.
Oh, honey.
I'm really good at streaming, you guys. I'm so talented. Can you? I'm so good at streaming. All right, everybody start over your movie. We're gonna. Sorry. Are we synced? The film's not on screen. Oh no, that was so bad. I'm so sorry. Thank you for saying something before we got too deep into it. That would have been real bad. Okay.
We were like 1 minute in.
Rewind. We're gonna go ahead and sync up our copies. Everybody get yourselves ready. In 3, 2, 1, go. That black screen runs a little long, doesn't it?
So did you see the alternate opening to this where they had like the 3 mariachi butterflies?
No, that sounds hilarious.
Yeah, but the song didn't really hit.
I mean, this song's definitely a lot more silly.
The song was like heroes and villains, and like they'd animate the butterflies over like this old Western movie footage.
That's funny. And here we have some
heroes and villains and cows.
There we have some longhorns who are definitely the great grandchildren of the water buffalo, yes, from Lion King. Saddle's gonna reek.
Oh, Mom.
It's a very Looney Tunes bit with him scratching the head on the snake. As you can already see, they're trying to do.
Yeah, the horses look a lot like the horses from like Sleeping Beauty or 101 Dalmatians.
They do.
They're really going off of that animation style in the late 50s and early 60s.
Now we're not gonna talk about Roseanne. We're just gonna talk about the performance. We're not gonna get into any of her shit. We're just gonna talk about the performance, which, like, I mean, there is some good emotion behind it in some scenes. And here comes the joke that got this movie a PG rating. Yep.
Notice how our main characters don't exactly have Western accents.
Well, I think we got some exceptions there, actually.
No, I mean like our 3 main characters.
Oh, that's true. Our 3 mains definitely don't.
Even the set design.
Right here, look at that. Her eyes are blue and yellow. Just a nice little.
Even the set design is the scenery is reminding me of 101 Dalmatians. Now that I'm really looking at it.
That is true, because there are a few barns in that movie. And there he is. May not be much.
So, originally, the protagonist was going to be like this little itty-bitty bull character. And then eventually they made it to 1 cow and then to 3 cows.
I mean,
Girl power, you know?
I mean, let's be fair. The trio do play off each other very well.
And we got a female farmer, not married.
Yeah. Also, again, it might have something to do with the fact that Alan Menken and his lyricist Glenn Slater, that their songwriting talent actually lends to why these songs sound a lot better to me than some of the, like, okay, I don't want to rip on Phil Collins, so I'm just gonna leave it at that.
I mean, remember, Glenn Slater, maybe he didn't...
Every blue bonnet, doggone it, smells nice. That's such a great little internal rhyme.
Yeah, because we get Glenn Slater back for Tangled and The Little Mermaid Broadway for the second half of the songs.
Yep. And look at that deep canvas, the CG, like, camera panning on that. They didn't have to do that. There's little details that...
Another thing is that originally Maggie was going to be in this whole opening, but until they decide to make her a newcomer.
Feel like they do, Yep.
They do have quite the voice actors here.
Yep.
Judi Dench. And of course, Jennifer Tilly, who just has that kind of voice that needs to be done for voice acting.
Yeah. I swear those kids were in something else as well. Or maybe they just have those kind of voices.
After watching the Chucky series very recently, it is so weird to hear her just so sweet.
Just a sweet, well, she...
Kill the goat!
Well, Maggie tried.
And her name, Mrs. Calloway, comes from a Virginia Woolf story. I've never read it. I just know the title. Mrs. Calloway.
You know...
That should be a meme.
That's a good little
It's
joke.
like, don't you have enough plushies of your own? No, not really.
And then just edit the image, yeah.
Yeah, that should be a meme.
It really should. Why not? Why isn't it? Why hasn't it been? But what I want to point out. Oh.
And here's Mrs. Potato Head. I forget the actress's name.
Yeah.
She was doing a whole bunch of Disney stuff here.
Little turtle. Oh boy.
She's a big girl.
She definitely makes an entrance.
I think she's only really acting this way because she's trying too hard to get people to like her. I mean, she did kind of just go through a traumatic experience.
I think they really just let Ms. Barr just go off in the booth.
Grace.
Yeah.
You know, they really made them like the blonde, brunette, redhead thing here.
Yeah, they definitely lean on that.
That's like me if kids ever say something to me. And like you look like a boy with your hair that short. Yeah, well, you have the name of a boy, so who are you one to talk? Okay, that is impressive.
Yeah, they're really clearly leaning on what they're doing. And all the animal jokes, naturally. You know, that is something that... Just the Belch Fest.
Okay. Look, at some point, you gotta stop with the burps. You know, blame DreamWorks for all that.
At least Yakko was musical. At least Wacko was musical about it.
I only know this actor from, what was it, Cuba Gooding Jr.
Cuba Gooding
like
Jr.
That. Yeah, it is from a movie called Snow Dogs.
Yeah. You know, one thing I like is they do have this nice, honest conversation here. That line
for a
and
cartoony
shot
film
were used in the trailer a lot because these are the stakes right here.
You know, for a cartoony film, this is some pretty heavy real world conflict here.
She's only got her animals, her farm, and jeez.
You know, I actually had the read-along book before I even saw this movie, so I don't know why my parents did that.
she has a fighting streak.
Yeah, we don't talk about her enough.
No. And her design's really great too.
And you know, this movie also passes the Bechdel test.
Well, I mean, they're how many named characters? They got like
four.
Yeah, they got four.
Four at least. And they have conversations other than a man.
And the chicken's there. Audrey.
Audrey, yeah.
She's named. And she's got a few other lines after they go out on their adventure.
And they have plenty of conversations that don't involve a man.
I don't think anyone talks about a man in this movie.
Well, if
Except
you
for
count
maybe a
talking
few
about
jokes.
getting Alameda Slim, but
No, they're not talking about him in that way.
I mean, well, you're also a potato head, so
Chicken and potatoes. Now I'm hungry.
She really was being used a lot in this time of Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah, but look at the backgrounds, the way that they look like they're painted a bit.
And they've all got those textures put in there. I do wonder how many of these backgrounds are just like using deep canvas just so that they don't have to repaint new backgrounds every time. Yeah. Yep. What an interesting trio to have. Roseanne Barr, Jennifer Tilly, and Judi Dench, right?
Pretty sure it is. Let me double check.
All right, some of her lines are actually pretty good.
Yeah, Judi Dench. Cuba Gooding Jr., that's the guy's name.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you likely would have seen Judi Dench in something because she's one of those go-to British actors.
Yeah, I think she was the narrator in the American dub of the Magic Roundabout, made to be Dougal. Like they had her just narrating the opening.
She was old Deuteronomy in the Cats movie.
That's also true.
Hey, some of the performances in there were good. You don't harp on the CGI too much.
I'm not even gonna talk about that movie. It's not animated.
Well, actually. It had a whole lot of CGI, so it's half animated.
Yeah. But it's not like full motion capture. They still got human faces in there. And here's the... I do love the colors. Huh. She's making noises. They thought she was dying.
Well, I mean, the fact that the whole tone deaf thing becomes useful later.
It does. I'm pointing out, like, yeah, they really are using all, like, CGI for these backgrounds. It is efficient, like...
But they still make it look like 101 Dalmatians
They
backgrounds.
still got a nice 2D aesthetic going on, yeah. Yep.
I mean, what would be a Western without one of these?
Little Mexican standoff, even if it is only a daydream.
Yeah, with the widescreen shot.
With the bars coming in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do love that setup. And a nice contrast with a full orange brown color palette. Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, how come you didn't leave any imprints? Oh, never mind. So,
Yeah.
The physics is annoying me right now.
Love it sounds like a big guy coming in and it's just
Of course his name's Morse.
Right? Morse code. Or maybe his name would be Morse Dakota. There you go. Here he goes.
How much was $750? This goes back as far back as 1913, but well, look at an estimate.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So even just going as far back as 1913, $750 would be somewhere like $23,000.
23,000?
So yeah, the 750 may not sound like much to you guys right now.
Yeah.
We're talking like a whole annual salary here.
Pretty much.
Forgot there's a queer joke in here. Those are strong.
Well, they got the moon prop.
I told you it was coming.
You just got all the bar fighting moments just in the space of like 2 minutes in here. Not even 1 second in the door and they're already causing shit. Maybe he's been off the wagon too long, really.
She just unicycled.
Yeah. Haha.
Man, the burn movie.
I do love, like... Yeah. Not much for reading.
Oof.
Yeah.
Seriously, the burns in here are just, they're harsh.
Everyone feels his presence. That's a pretty good bit. Disney animation really is good for this cartoon humor because it's so over the top. Like, I think someone once called Disney's animation overdone, like over animated. And it's like, yeah, it's true. They put a lot into it that isn't necessarily necessary for conveying like the full range of acting.
And you know, they were. I think they were doing exactly what Disney did after the box office failure of Sleeping Beauty, trying to simplify their animation. And how many box office failures do we have, like, very close to this movie?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Read?
Yep.
No, but he had to say it so they could
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah. I do love everything going here. And off he goes.
Can't really get him to sit still.
No.
Very hyperactive horse.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Consent and everything.
And
oh,
here
man.
it is.
Oh.
She's only a lady with her hat on.
Oh.
Oh boy. And she just slinks away.
Grace just like, yeah. What deads must look like to, yeah.
Yeah. Timing.
Okay, guys, if you're on Disney Plus, they might not actually translate this, but he's saying, wow, free cows, what a country.
That's a pretty good gag. I also wonder if that's actually what he was saying.
Oh God, I love Jennifer Tilly.
Yeah. She's not doing the tune, but this is the actual Home on the Range song the movie's named after.
No wonder they were free. Oh man, the way they tease the whole thing of Alameda Slim's plan here.
Yeah, they plant all the moments ahead of time. It's got a good structure to it.
This is good voice acting, I'll admit, but I don't like the woman.
So let's not worry about that right now.
Yep, well, let's focus on the character.
Yancey O'Dell. Yancey O'Dell. Y-O-Dell. Yodel. Mr. Yodel. God damn, that's so cute. I love that. That's so funny. And if you thought like, oh, that's too obvious, he literally shows up in this scene. It's like it doesn't even take him a while to introduce himself.
Oh God, this does make me a little uncomfortable. Oh God. It's like when women enter an army camp, and I mean like an old-fashioned army camp.
Yeah.
What? They have like no females in this entire cattle drive?
They're Texas Longhorns.
It's like
the Longhorns are all dudes. Yeah.
So let me guess, you're a Taurus.
Yeah. Bill Farmer, huh? Yeah.
Hey, back off, boys. Thank you.
Lover Bowl. I do like these guys. It was really interesting that blind read of like Little Scary Story kind of sounded like Bing Crosby narrating the Sleepy Hollow.
Ooh, damn! You deserved that one, buddy.
Ouch.
Okay.
Here he comes.
And here's the only real musical number in this entire movie, and I wish they had more numbers like this in here.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Yeah.
This is an underrated villain song.
Yeah.
Now, you really gotta commend this actor for not being known for his singing, but still trying his best here.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't sing all of it, but
that's right.
The non-yodeling mix he sings. They really made it think he was gonna shoot the cow.
It's so well done too. And here comes our other homage to old Disney with pink elephants, essentially. Except it's pink, blue, purple, and yellow cows. Which ain't easy when your chaps are labeled XXXXL. Yeah.
And they pretty much reused that.
Which is why he rides a bison, probably.
They reused that choreography from the Patch of Heaven song.
Yeah. Which is what an old Disney movie would do, recycle animation to save money. Now, this yodeling is not the same guy, but like...
There's like two other yodelers here.
March of the Cards from Alice in Wonderland. That's another one this is definitely sending up to.
With more CGI use, of course.
Of course. Again, they already got those bull models, so just gotta use them more. And then the color palette is awesome. And then the hair in her mouth is still purple and yellow and green, which is great.
And her being tone deaf turns out to be your superpower.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
A pioneer piper in 10-gallon under. What's with all the underpants stuff?
Again, it works so well though.
Yeah, it's like one yodeler for the low notes and one yodeler for the high notes.
They transitioned from him singing the song to the yodeler really well too. Like,
yeah.
Oof. Ouchie. He just missed him, which absolutely sucks. Yeah. So now he's gonna get his detective side on.
Yeah. Conveniently, just a second late.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, just... Yep.
Save.
Business. You want to find your saddle? Yeah, I mean... Yep.
Seriously, the birds in here.
I do love...
I forgot how savage that some of these lines are.
And pretty much all the lip syncing from the animal characters is a lot of fun. They get to really play around with it. Yep.
No, he's gonna ride the Kronk horse instead.
Yep. I'm sure we'll see him later.
He just...
Yep.
That face.
Yep.
Got the kettle on her. And Frank, what do you call it?
Aw, that's really sweet of her.
I love Grace.
She's a real sweetheart.
Hey.
Woof.
I mean, they get away with it because they're actually talking about cows.
Yep. Seriously, the actor for Buck was also having a lot of fun.
I'm not sure about bipolar. He's definitely, I don't know, he's definitely hyperactive.
Yep.
You'd probably be the better expert at that than me.
Definitely very attention deficit.
Yeah.
He puts the AD in HD. She could darn well try.
That was cold. So originally his original evil plot was to hypnotize the cows to take over the White House and become president. Obviously, they got rid of that because what the hell, right? Yeah. I always loved that joke. Big MacDonald had a farm? Yeah.
Cash cows.
Now this makes more sense to at least the world we're in.
Yeah.
A platypus? Pay the platypus!
Yep, he's got a bone to pick with him. And yeah.
You know, he actually is more entertaining than Magnifico.
He really is.
You know, I don't know why Disney's afraid to go on the hard, just plain evil villains anymore.
He has a... And it's not like his backstory... That is just fucking brilliant. I love that shit.
That line read too.
Yeah. Yeah. That's like, think about it. He was like a veritable Pied Piper. He could herd cattle just by yodeling, and people didn't appreciate him. So it's not like it's not a sympathetic motivation. He just decided to take it to the, you know, furthest extreme and just, you know, ruin it. You know, like ruin it for everyone. Oh, it's so sad.
And they could be separated too. It was put on his barrel and not around his neck.
Huh. Oof. Do they think any of them would do that? He really did sound like a pig squeal right there. Yeah. Yeah, barely knew her, but like... And... I have to imagine I based some of my Gilliard cartoon goat's voice off of that little goat, probably. The way he bleats. An autograph man voice kind of vibe.
Piggy, piggy, piggy.
Yeah. She barely even got to know Maggie, too.
Now I'm reminded of the Aristocats.
Yep. It's not like this movie is ripping them off either. They really do, like, go for, like, hey, animals go on an adventure. And... oh, great, now he has to go and ruin it for everyone, too. You know what the gag I probably would have done is if two of those faded images of Buck ran into each other for a moment and then got back up on their feet.
Oh, it's just cold.
It is rude. Yep.
Happened really fast.
Ah, shit. It's all been fun and games up till this point.
Kidding, that happened in like 5 seconds.
Haven't you seen The Lion King? A storm just starts up whenever any rift is caused between friends or family or whoever. Here comes the stagecoach. Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is coming down the stream. I hope that it does not hit me. You know, one of those things you gotta think about is that even if they can copy paste the raindrops and little splashes in the water, someone still had to draw those. It's like that's no small task. Nice sound design with the echo. Woof. Woof. Dame.
He's just caught in the middle of all this. It's like, I hate it when mommy and mommy fight.
Damn.
I remember Alan Menken. It was either Alan Menken or Gillian Slater who were like, we're not seriously going to be writing a "Where Are They Now" song, are we?
Yeah. I love the lighting just coming in the window there. It's always so moody. You gotta imagine when they did that in, like, in fact, they had this kind of thing in Toy Story where there was a rainy night outside, but I don't think they did a lot of, like, the lighting coming in the window nearly as detailed as that.
Their hat.
Oh. Yeah. Darn. Yeah, crazy as he is, he's still his horse.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say, pretty much.
Yeah.
Maybe a preposition or two was out of order, but that's pretty much what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I was going to use crazy was still his horse.
And I love the way the poster smiles, like as if it's taunting him. It's like it didn't actually smile. We know Buck to be a daydreamer, but like it's also just like, you know, it just hits even harder. And yeah, well, what do you know? Heard someone repurpose the song to represent the closure of Disney's hand-drawn animation department. That makes sense. This was their last 2D film for like until like 5 years later. Imagine that, going 5 years without a 2D animated film. Man, lucky bastards. We didn't know what we had because we were too busy gawking over Pixar. I wanted to see this movie in theaters. My parents wouldn't take me. I don't understand why. Maybe because they thought it was too crass with Roseanne in it? I don't know. I don't know. Again, the joke that got this movie... The joke that got this movie a PG rating was about her boobs. I mean, udders. Oh, I love this bit where she... That's always such... I find it hard things to talk about, like, in the animation, because it's pretty simple. Like, you have the characters, like, stand around, walking. I do have to note that for, like, a critic like this, walking is... One might wonder. Yeah. Yeah. Huh.
To fire with his pig leg.
Yeah. Yeah.
He then lost.
Yeah.
Ain't lucky for the rabbit when he loses his foot.
Yeah. Oof. Aw. Closure?
Oh.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Woof. What do you think she's thinking? Oh, she's really trying. Seems all they really want.
Short this movie is.
I mean, it's a cartoon. It has to get in, tell its jokes, and get out, if you're being honest. And more lyrics for the earlier song. As a victory reprise, in a way.
I mean, the song sounds catchy.
It's a good melody. But Alan Menken's full of those.
Mm-hmm. And hey, kickstarted Glenn Slater's Disney career.
Yep.
It's again, Perry the Platypus.
Hat's good.
Thing.
Glasses are on. Oh my god. Totally different character. What the fuck's going on?
And what's this? A platypus. And this? Platypus!
I absolutely love how it really seems like these two schmucks are the only ones who like directly can't recognize him, but also goes out of its way to show how his disguise works. You know, it's kind of brilliant. To be fair, he did tuck his hair back.
And here's another Monsters Inc. actor.
Yep.
Steve Buscemi.
Yep. Is this where that joke started?
Yeah,
Also,
maybe.
Also, by the way, I love his little bug-eyed yellow tooth. Gross little design. I love that guy.
Yeah, the animation on the character is just so fluid.
I mean, that's just Disney. That's Disney. They're really good with that.
So this was the first time that Disney made fun of DreamWorks.
Yeah, because that's the, well, aside from the moron bit, is the title of a DreamWorks film. We'll probably watch it at some point.
You know, DreamWorks making fun of Disney for pretty much since the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, the first time DreamWorks, you know, was like, okay, Tuka played that game.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ship it. You got the big man. Big hairy man.
Yeah.
And now you wish you were nice to them, huh?
Right.
Now see, a little kindness goes a long way.
Yeah. Yeah, I love the lip sync. I love the way their mouths are drawn. And then snap, snap with the fucking tail. That's really good.
That face.
Yeah. At least he's certainly darn well trying. She's getting in it.
Before Rapunzel used frying pans.
I think they're just surprised that she's been paying attention. Because they always think she's not paying attention.
To get all scatterbrained and flanky, as she said.
She says. The blonde says.
Cut rope smack justice.
And here he is, Patrick Warburton with his... Okay, guys. Contest. Sexier voice, Patrick Warburton or Markiplier? That's the question.
Patrick Warburton.
Was that
no
your
contact.
answer?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Because even when he shouts.
Yeah. Right here, actually. What's even funnier is that I think that Markiplier could probably do a Tease and Warburton impression too. He's right behind me, isn't he?
Oh god, this is me whenever I try to count.
Huh. He looks like a little skeleton of a man, little skull. Yeah. Yeah. You got cloth ears, cotton ear. And it lights up on him.
It just walks. It's the same guy voicing all three of those.
Yeah, I mean, easily.
Philistine. Oh God.
I love the animation on his face there.
And then when they animate them too.
These are also a couple of shots that got used in the trailer here. They're good, they're good, they're well animated. That's probably why they got used. They're really, really good and expressive.
Uncle Slim, Uncle Slim! The way they run.
Off they go. This is also a good moment. He would have made a funny little clown, probably.
Maybe that's why he went into this business, because he didn't like people laughing at his height.
Yeah, probably.
Wow.
Well, then why go to clown college in the first place?
Probably because he thought that was the only job he could get.
Maybe.
Wow, I'm coming up with a really intricate Goofy.
I mean,
you say a really intricate backstory for that guy. Why am I doing this?
Well, let's be perfectly honest. It's a very easy thing to infer from the humor. Back it up.
Yeah, but then when you realize, like, you second guess Rico's interactions when.
Knock him again.
Uncle Slam! Uncle Slam!
I don't even think he saw Slim. I think he was just staring at the horse. It's a veritable big thundering mountain.
He really...
Are those guys so brainless that they're not getting knocked out by the frying pan?
It can't break what's already broken! Ooh, this is a shot.
From doing all the backgrounds in CGI has its benefits, where you can just do all these camera angles. Okay, maybe there are some flat backgrounds, but, like, not a lot.
That whole minecart thing, though, definitely.
The whole minecart was definitely deep canvassed.
Ooh, train!
Woof. That's what a cow catcher's for.
Bam! That's what it is. That makes sense.
Yep. Well, that's just one of the names for it, I believe.
Oh, he mad. Wow, wow, okay, that guy's strong. That's 3 damn cows.
Big guy, lots of muscle.
Mr. Wrestling.
Yeah. But who else is here? Like,
and you know, and then suddenly a lot of things make sense. Like the fact that he was late. The fact that he was late to capture Slim.
Yeah.
The fact that he was already outside the hideout, like he knew where it was.
Ooh.
This guy's just into money.
I mean, the fact that the horse came back, he thought, like, maybe the horse actually gave a shit. Woof. Were they going to a burger farm?
It's Wesselton!
Yeah.
Another short guy. I mean, it's what he does.
Off they go! Save the day! Sometimes dreams do come true. A few of these shots got used in the trailer, too.
What, did you see
we only
that?
saw his eye for one section.
She only see red.
Knock him out before he fires.
That roundhouse kick there.
Yep. One may wonder. He's gonna feel that tomorrow.
Trent, nothing.
Yep. This is a great moment.
Birthday party.
What conviction?
Friends, bovines, country cows, lend me your ears.
Lend me your long, long horns. Off they go.
Be faster with just the engine anyway.
Chugging along. Woof.
Yeah, those guys are just kind of put in there for, I don't know.
Off we go, off we go. Good lord. Ah, shit.
Oh, fudgy-sicle! Ouch!
Ah, shit! More like rail
Road
hogs.
cows!
You're always sticking your foot in the fucking track switches.
Sure. Don't you?
I wouldn't.
I'm kidding.
Woof.
The fact nobody can figure this out. Ooh!
That's an understatement. Here they go. She comes in for the chicks and Sam. Well, there goes her crop. What are you thinking now?
Everyone else is probably like, what the hey?
This doesn't make any sense.
It really doesn't. Ooh.
Off they go. Yeah, even if this movie was made expressly for children, it is a good cartoon film. It's over the top. It's silly. I think they should have gone with the alternate take. Yippee-ki-yay, mother clucker. And cover blown.
No, really?
Let's be fair. If you don't expect to see Alameda Slim in an auction for a property he robbed, then, well, you don't see him there. Nice. Later.
Of course, it'll only pay off your debt. There's everything else.
Sure. But they'll figure it out. Perhaps. Well.
Just eating.
Just back there.
Oh, come on, Peggy. Yep. Don't stop there. There's more, much more.
I swear they probably just reused that line from the beginning. Well.
Yeehaw there.
Uh-huh. And that image, at least in color, yeah.
Yeah.
I love how it reads like there's a narration going on at the end and it's just he's reading the newspaper. Aww. Now if that doesn't help their money problems.
Oh, bro.
Yep.
Okay, this whole thing was just these three were kind of penciled in. It was like, okay, obligatory love interests. Although I do approve of the buffalo one.
That
Just
one's
because.
that one's a lot of fun. What a bunch of ragtag goobers.
And she gave up the hat.
Yep.
It's pretty straightforward. Not really much more to say on that. Just,
No.
it's sad we don't get another 2D animation until 5 years later, and nobody appreciated it at all at the time, except of course people like us.
Making and
there we
Slater.
go.
You know,
Their first collab.
Let
Their
us
first
be
collab.
perfectly honest.
With Tim McGraw.
At the end of the day, this movie is fun. You know what?
Yeah, if you want to show something that's just, fun, you want to show something that's for your kids. I mean, there's a couple jokes that are obviously adultish, but it's just fun.
Yeah. It's innocent, it's harmless, and you know what? It's Disney animation. It's really good quality animation. And the critics and audiences didn't gel with it because it was too much for kids. It's like, okay, like, I don't like that.
It's supervising animator Chris Buck.
Yeah, Chris Buck. Yeah, animation directors are often animators themselves, because they gotta know how to direct it. Randy Quaid. Absolutely awesome.
Underrated villain song, and if you look at the behind the scenes of that song, you can tell the actors having a good time, and then you got the yodelers coming in at the right time. Estelle Harris, that's her name.
I always forget her name. Charles Hayde as the.
This year, I lost my poor husband Edgar.
Yep.
I mean, really, they were just using Estelle Harris to every Disney thing. She was Muriel in The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, the cleaning lady, and she
just got a fun voice. She was also the talking sword in Dave the Barbarian. She was in a lot. Around this time.
She's got that voice.
She's like, yeah, got a.
Hey, hotshot. When you add the clink, call me. I'm not cleaning that up.
Honestly, it's fun. It's so delightful. It's like if I were looking for just a nice little thing to put on the background that wouldn't be too distracting, it'd be like, this would be it. Honestly, I'm having a hard time talking about it, or even the animation, because there's nothing terribly impressive, but there's nothing terribly insulting about it either. It's actually really good animation. It's still fun. You know what? As a kid, I think, and as an adult now, I think I'm getting just as much an enjoyment out of it from then as I did now, but I appreciate more of the artistry now. I appreciate the songs a lot more, than I did.
Yeah. That's the problem is every time Disney is in a rut, it's oh, why can't Disney show us something new? They show us something new. Nobody likes it. And why can't Disney just go back to its old stuff? They go back to their old stuff. Nobody likes it. They can't fucking win, and they're in that rut right now too.
They really are, and you know what? And as of now, and we're gonna get to it when we get to toward the end of this marathon, but I am on the side of the rut makers, because the thing is, if you're in a rut, you gotta make something of quality. This was fun. And it was sweet. There was emotionality. There was good humor. The villain song was literally the best number in the whole movie, and that's not even a problem, because it's the plot of the movie. He's trying to buy up all the land, and the cows are after him. So you just give the audience more reasons to not like him. It's and then of course we got a pop song at the end here. And yeah, no, I feel like at the current films that they are at, it's they're all pretty weak at the moment. They're not hitting up with the strongest stuff that they have. This was, and I definitely say probably at the time this felt similar to the films they have now. They're pretty weak as they were. probably also why I'm having a hard time talking about it. I still appreciate this movie. And on the other end of things, the current films will probably be looked on in the future as, you know, they weren't so bad. They're harmless and they're fun and they're sweet. But as of now, it's just one of those things where it's like, we're looking for fresh and new stuff, and DreamWorks has given us fresh new stuff. Indie animation, like the Glitch Productions, they're giving us a lot of good stuff. The Digital Circus and shit, but like...
Yes, but there was this whole thing where like Illumination and DreamWorks and Disney and Pixar had original stuff this year, and all did poorly at the box office.
That is actually not true. Mario did really well compared to most of them.
No. I'm not talking about Mario. I'm talking about Migration. Their original stuff did not do well.
Which is definitely unfair to Migration. I'd say Migration's a lot stronger of a film than this, but only because it really focuses in on the main family.
No, it's
and the antagonist is more of a side piece. In this movie, they go all over the place, but it's fun.
No, because I think the general audience is like, Hollywood is running out of ideas. We never see anything new. And yet every time something new comes out, nobody goes to see it. They go to see like all the sequels, all the stuff based on video games, which are fine too. And of course that makes some money because that's what's keeping the studios afloat to make other stuff.
Imagine that.
Pick a lane, people! Pick a lane!
It's kind of
I'm getting a little too passionate here now.
Yeah, it's just, yeah.
Pick a lane, people.
Oh yeah, right. That's right. Well, and there you are.
That really is a short movie.
Very, very short. Short, sweet.
I can actually go to bed on time. Yay!
So yeah, you know what? Home on the Range. Definitely worth looking into this film again, because it's very nice. You know what? It's got its problems for sure, but honestly, it's good. It's good. It's good. Alameda Slim's the best. Next week we're gonna be moving into Disney's brand new CGI department. We'll see how that pans out next time, but until then, thank y'all so much for joining us. If you're viewing this after the fact, thanks for watching. Remember to take care, stay safe, and be kind in all that you do. Good night, everybody!